All right, hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of High School Football on Cape Atlantic Live. I'm Brian Kniff alongside Ed Gorski. Mason Cronin handling the video for us. Our executive producer is Matt Ulmer. And we've got what we hope is a good one here this evening as Lower Cape May will host Gloucester for its home opener. Both teams coming off rather convincing victories in their opening contest. Lower Cape May a 35-14 winner at Pinelands, and Gloucester was a comfortable winner over Pennsville. That is Lower Cape May in white. Yeah, Brian. And Gloucester will be wearing the blue and gold.
Yeah, Brian, great to be back next side of you here at Stephen Stagger Field in Lower Cape May. The Pennsville team coming off that big 44-20 victory. The Gloucester team beating Pennsville 44-20 behind some young, youthful players for Pennsville.
Gloucester, but we'll get it correct. The Lions will receive, and it will be Britton Walls kicking off for Lower Cape May. Ibram Hudwell, number 10. Along with number 8, Jaden Tillman, are back deep. The wind going against Lower Cape May here in the opening quarter. Lower Cape May, coached by Bill Damiana in his first season, won his debut game as head coach. It's a high but short kick. Taken by an up man on the far side. Still on his feet. Uses a stiff arm and is going to be finally ushered out of bounds at midfield. And that was a really good return there by William Rogers.
Yeah, Brian, he took the kickoff to his right, took 3 steps, got outside the coverage, and was one man away from breaking this and really putting a little dagger into the Tigers' opening kickoff.
Now, Gloucester is a wing T team. So it's something you don't see a lot anymore at the high school level. So it's an offense that you have to stay very disciplined against defensively. And Gloucester only put the ball in the air 4 times in last week's game.
Kevin Bolden, the sophomore quarterback for Gloucester.
And he hands it off, and they're going to get a nice gain on first down.
Speaking to the Gloucester coach before the game, very, very impressed with Kevin Bolden and his poise as a young sophomore in the program there for Gloucester. Not a big throwing team, like you said. They like to ground and pound. Ask what he thought about tonight's game. He said they're very equally matched with youth and experience, and that the mistakes are going to have to be limited for them to come out with a victory against Lower Cape May.
They gave the runner Hudwell a gain of 4 there. It looked like he might have gotten more, but maybe his knee went down early. They hand it off to him again. He's going to go off the right side. And he is corralled. That's a nice play on the outside by Dave Douglas, a junior, who holds him to a gain of about 2.
Brian Hudwell is a junior. He's 5'10", 185, solid running back for Gloucester.
And they actually gave him a pickup of only 1, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for Gloucester at the Lower Cape May 44-yard line.
Big play here coming up for the Tigers if they can get this stop here early in the game.
High snap. They hand it off to Hudwell. He's got the first down, and he'll pick up about 6. And Andrew Brandt and Ashton Ray in on the stop.
Hudwell, a very hard runner. Coaches like his style.
Yeah, I think he ran for 180-some yards last weekend.
He puts his head down. He's a north-south runner. He's not afraid of contact. He's not afraid to meet the second-line linebackers and take them on one-on-one, as you saw just right there.
Speaking of linebackers, Ed, you were mentioning before the broadcast, a tough loss for Lower Cape May. A talented freshman, Shane Lawler, is out with an injury. 1st and 10 for Gloucester. Another high snap. They hand it off to Hudwell, and he's cut down by Max Bracken. Bracken coming off the edge there and holding Hudwell to a gain of just 2.
You're getting back to Shane Lawler, a broken arm, elbow area with a pin placed in it. He's going to lose his whole season, but speaking to his father, who's also on the coaching staff for Lower Cape May, the prognosis is very good, and he should be able to come back full strength next year.
Yeah, his older brother Archie's playing at Carnegie Mellon, one of the top Division III programs in the country. Hudwell again. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. This is a better gain. And it's a pickup of maybe about 6.
You'll be calling Max Bracken's name a lot, Brian. We'll be calling his name a lot tonight. He had 12 total tackles and a fumble recovery last week in their big opening day win.
Also had a touchdown catch last week as well. 3rd down and 2 at the Lower Cape May 30. Opening stages first quarter, no score. Hudwell hit, breaks a tackle, and that really should have gone for probably more of a loss. And it looks like actually it might. They were able to push Hudwell out of bounds.
3 Lower Cape May players.
He loses a yard there, and it'll bring up 4th down and 3. So back at the 31, they need to get to the 28.
3 Lower Cape May players had a chance at him, Brian. He was able to shake off all 3 and was able to get knocked out of bounds by the 4th one, or else he would have been gone for a touchdown.
So 4th and 3 at the Lower Cape May 31. Big play early in this game. 8:44 to go before the end of the first quarter. Quarterback's going to run it. He's hit, and he's going to be short.
I believe he's going to be short,
yeah,
Brian.
It's a
Great stop.
pickup of about 2. And it looked like Dave Douglas was in on the stop there.
Great defensive stance by the Caper Tigers, turning the ball over and giving them 1st and 10 on their own, looks to be 28-yard line. Coach Damiano has to be very happy with that series of defensive plays. Gloucester had some momentum moving forward.
All right, so here's Lower Cape May, their first possession. Dave Douglas under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Trying to turn the corner, slipping a bit, is Ryan Mallon. And he maybe got 1 or 2.
Mallon and Douglas, both juniors, experienced, got a lot of playing time last year for Lower Cape May, played a lot as freshmen as well. Bring some talent to this offensive team for Lower Cape May.
Mallon, the single setback again, kind of a bunch formation with the receivers to the left side right off the edge of the line of scrimmage. They run behind that formation, and Mallon picks up about 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Coach Damiano in his first year, like you said, with the football team, a standout wrestling coach, resurrected Lower Cape May's wrestling program and took them to a sectional title here, the first one in many years. Hoping to carry the same expertise onto the football field. He was a 10-year assistant, first-year head coach for the Caper Tigers.
Douglas back to pass here, looking, slings it near side. It's caught for a first down. Kind of a sliding catch by John Fernandez. Ball was thrown behind him, but Fernandez made a great adjustment, and it's a first down, a gain of about 9.
Fernandez, a smooth, sleeky receiver, was able to get separation from the defensive back, come back to the ball, and was able to catch it. Fell down and was not able to advance any further. Great play.
To toss this time to Mallon. He cuts back, sticks his head down, and picks up about 3. Call it 2. They're going to mark it at the 46.
Beautiful night here in the lower end of Cape May County. Nice breeze out of the east.
6.5 to go first quarter. No score. This is Lower Cape May's first possession after they stopped Gloucester on downs. Another handoff to Mallon. Tries the right side this time. And he pushes forward toward midfield. He'll be marked down at the 49.
Ashton Wall, number 16, the junior linebacker for Gloucester on the stop.
So it's a gain of about 3. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. Inside 6 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter between these two teams.
Four receivers set for Lower Cape May.
And they're going to put it in the air again. Douglas looking. Has Fernandez open and threw it too far ahead of him, and it's incomplete. And it looks like Lower Cape May will send on the punting unit. So if nothing else, the Tigers were able to gain a bit of field position by getting that 1 first down, and now they hope they can pin Gloucester deep inside its own territory. So inside their territory. So Hudwell is back along with Rogers, standing just inside their own 15-yard line. The punt is away.
Good kick.
It's high. Taken by Rogers at the 20. Makes one man miss. Or check that. That's Ryland Coffingy. The punter there was Jonathan Dupree for Lower Cape May.
5:27 here in the first quarter. Opening quarter here. Beautiful night in Lower Cape May, Friday night. Good crowd starting to fill in the stands to come see the home Caper Tigers taking on Gloucester. Little ride for Gloucester to come down here and play in a non-conference game against the Tigers. No score, 5:27 in the first and 10 ball on the Gloucester 32. High snap taken, pitched out. Cuts to the right side, and we have a flag.
We're going to have our first penalty of the game. That was a gain of about 1 or 2 there for Hudwell. But the indication here, so they'll move this back 10 yards on the hold. And Gloucester will now have it 1st and 20 at its own 22. A little over 5 minutes to go first quarter, no score. They hand it off again. And a great play getting into the backfield by Jaden Henry, a junior, number 30 there. And he takes Hudwell down for a loss of 1.
And Max Bracken also assisted on that stop. Great play. They were in the backfield almost before the ball was handed off, Brian, and was able to get a good loss and a great stop.
So 2nd down and 21 now.
Lower Cape May coming off a great win last week. Start the season 1-0.
High snap, back to pass. It's a middle screen. It is incomplete. Through the hands of Hudwell. That was actually set up well, but no execution as the pass was dropped.
And Brian,
it'll bring up third down and long. Give us a chance to tell you about some of our sponsors here this evening. Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you all throughout Cape May County. CrestSavings.com. TKM Insulation serves all of the Philadelphia and South Jersey areas. 215-680-2972 for all your insulation needs. And it'll bring up 3rd down and very long for Gloucester here. They fake the handoff to Hudwell. Scrambling to his right, throwing downfield, and I believe that pass is caught, but it'll be well short of the 1st down. Pass was caught.
Ibrahim Hudwell.
Up there by Hudwell.
Came back to the ball to make the catch, but actually couldn't get up and run. He caught it on the ground and was touched for the down.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have to be touched in high school, so it's a gain of 12. Once a knee or a forearm or the hip goes down, they are down. They're set up to go for it, but they may punt out of this, and that's exactly what it looks like they're going to do. Bolden will take the snap, punt it away. There's no returner for Lower Cape May, but it goes off the side of his foot. Relatively short kick. It will be marked out of bounds right at the 40, so pretty good field position for Lower Cape May as they start on their own 40-yard line for their second possession. The Mud Hen Brewing Company on Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood is one of the East Coast's best craft breweries and a top dining and entertainment destination here at the Jersey Shore. Check them out at mudhenbrew.com. Hall's Carpet Care can handle all of your carpet and upholstery needs. Air, duct, and dryer vent care and home watch services. Check them out at hallscarpetcare.com. So 1st and 10 for Lower at their own 40. Douglas hands to Mallon. Cuts it back. And I think Mallon thought he was going to get his lineman holding that block just a little bit longer. It didn't happen, and he was cut down after a gain of just 1.
Number 65, Trevor Butler, a senior outside linebacker for Gloucester on the stop there. Wrapped him up for really no gain. Maybe a gain of 1.
2nd down and 9. Douglas surveys the defense here. Takes the snap. They'll try the other side. Mallon to his left. This time a little bit more running room. And he comes up across the 45 to the 46. Looks like a player lost a cleat down there. It's a Gloucester player. And Mallon picks up about 5. And it's bring up 3rd and 4.
Brian, Lower's offensive line seems to be firing off the ball pretty quickly. And with that, they're getting a good push on the initial snap to allow Mallon to get a few yards each time they run the ball.
A little over 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Scoreless here at Stephen Steger Memorial Field between Lower Cape May and Gloucester. Tigers with the football. Out of the shotgun, they hand it off to Mallon. Mallon trying to fire, does a great job of following his blockers, then carries a couple of players and picks up about 7 or 8 and a first down.
Great run by Mallon there. Met with contact, ran hard, ran through it, and was able to pick up a few yards and the first down.
What he did there, Ed, too, is he trusted his linemen. He had a couple linemen in front of him, and he just stuck his head down right behind them, and they gave him enough of a push, and then he got a couple yards on his own at the end. So it's a 1st and 10 for Lower at the 48-yard line. Douglas on a quarterback draw, or quarterback keeper, I should say. And he's going to get a few yards. Comes inside the 45 to the 44. And it's a pickup of about 4.
Number 16, Ashton Wall on the stop for Gloucester. 1:15 and counting. No score here. Lower Cape May Regional hosting Gloucester in this non-Cape Atlantic League football or West Jersey Football League action here on a Friday night early in the season.
Mallon is out for a rest here.
Might look to see.
And the running back in with Douglas is Ashton Ray. Sophomore, terrific athlete. They run a little handoff to the receiver coming in motion, John Fernandez, and they get a nice gain of 5, and it'll bring up 3rd and short.
Lower starting to move the ball rather well right now. Fernandez coming out. Looks like he has a little bit of a cramp. Going over to the sideline to take a seat.
Yeah, it looks like he might have gotten a helmet to the lower stomach area maybe, Ed. He's just got to sit down and probably catch his breath a little bit. So 3rd down and 1. And we'll see if Lower gets this play off. This may be the final play of the period. Or they may not even get it off. They do snap it before the end of the quarter. And they didn't need much. They didn't get much, but they didn't need much. Ray picks up a yard. And I believe they'll give him the first down. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. So, at the end of 1, it is scoreless.
That is a first down. No score here at Lower Cape May Regional. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff, CapeAtlanticLive.com, bringing you West Jersey Football League action, non-conference game. Caper Tigers home tonight.
So we're scoreless, but Lower Cape May is driving. The original hotspot is one of the most iconic restaurants on the Wildwood's Boardwalk, located at Oak Avenue. The original hotspot is a strong supporter of Cape May County sports. ULMER'S Appliance is our flagship sponsor for all of your appliance repair needs in Cape May County and beyond. Check out ULMER'sAppliance.com. Be sure to check out Ribeyes Steaks at one of the many special events and festivals here at the Jersey Shore. Famous for their tomahawk steaks, ribeye cheesesteaks, and fresh rolls and much more, Ribeyes is a proud supporter of CapeAtlanticLive.com. Troiano and Sons in Wildwood handles all of your concrete and masonry needs. Give them a call at 609-522-3355. So we go to the second quarter as we flip the field here. And it's Lower Cape May driving at the Gloucester 38-yard line. Mallon back in, takes the handoff. Nice gain on first down. What we're seeing here, Ed, is no big plays for Lower Cape May, but they keep getting 3, 4, 5 yards
and again,
on just about every running play. Yeah. And they're limiting the negative plays. I don't think they've had a negative play yet. Mallon picks up about 4 on that one.
That was a good misdirection play call by the offensive coordinator for the Caper Tigers. Again, the offensive lineman for Lower getting a great push, a great fire off the ball, and able to make some space for the running backs to pick up 2, 3, 5 yards every time they touch the ball.
All right, second down and 6. Mallon still in at running back. They're going to throw. Douglas hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. And that was a nice play.
Yeah, he didn't
coming off the edge there by Gloucester's Cole Little.
He didn't have a chance, Brian. He had to unleash that ball because he had a Gloucester player in his face, untouched, direct line to him, and he was able to get rid of it to avoid taking the sack.
3rd and 6 here, and this is a situation here where if you're Lower Cape May, you don't necessarily need all 6 yards. You're inside Gloucester's 35-yard line. If you don't get it on 3rd down, you'd go for it on 4th. So I guess the point I'm trying to make here is they don't necessarily have to put this ball in the air, but Douglas is lined up in the shotgun, and he will go back to pass, has more time, throws it out, and it is, they are going to say, caught. Great catch by John Fernandez, a diving catch at the 25. It's a gain of 9 and a first down.
And some good zip on that ball by Douglas to throw it out to the flat and find his receiver and pick up the first down.
That's the second first down reception of the game by John Fernandez.
10:54 left to play here in the first half. No score. Lower Cape May Regional driving on Gloucester.
Douglas, hands off. Mallon is hit and taken down. Not much there. Maybe a gain of a yard.
The end for Gloucester stayed home, meaning he didn't bite on the inside give.
Yeah, Trevor Butler, a 265-pounder, was the first there to hit Mallon. By the way, the officials for the game, and we'll get to that in a moment, as Lower Cape May quickly comes out of the huddle. Well, Sam Caraballo's doing the clock. That's all everybody needs to know. Hand off to Mallon. Mallon does a nice job of lunging forward after being grabbed a couple yards into the secondary, and he ends up picking up about 4.
We know a couple faces down there, Brian, I think.
Yeah, Fred Lamb's the referee, Dan O'Connell's the umpire, Victor Nichols the head linesman, Bob Makem the line judge, Mike Reardon the side judge, Bruce Cooper the field judge, and of course Sam Caraballo is the timer. 3rd down and about 4.5. Douglas rolling to his right, throws, caught, first down and more, down inside the 15, and a good catch and run there by Alex Nelson. And it's a gain of about 8 and a first down. And it's going to put the ball down at the Gloucester 11-yard line. A little over 9 minutes to go, scoreless here at Stephen Steger Memorial Field between Lower Cape May and Gloucester.
Lower on a promising drive here.
Douglas will keep it. Now we're going to have a whistle.
Looks like false start.
Yeah. Illegal procedure on Lower Cape May. That's the first penalty on the Tigers, so each team has been penalized once. So now it'll bring up 1st and 15.
A little excitement for the Tigers to get that playoff. They saw something, Douglas saw something he liked, and a little bit too quick coming off the line, and they got hung up there. 8:50 left here at Lower Cape May Regional, hosting the Gloucester High School football team. No score. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff on CapeAtlanticLive.com, bringing you all the West Jersey Football League action this season.
Douglas to throw.
Great block.
Rolls. Fires incomplete. He was looking for Fernandez. When he rolled to this near side, Fernandez was the only player out on this side for Lower Cape May, so he didn't really have an option. It was well covered and goes incomplete. And the one thing, Britton Walls, Ed, last week was 5 for 5 on extra points. So you wonder if
another good kicker here at Lower Cape May.
Yeah, you wonder if it came to it, would they try a field goal? 5 for 5 on extra points last week.
Well, he's got the wind at his back, so hopefully.
2nd down and 15. They fake a handoff. I think this is a busted play. Douglas is going to try to make something out of nothing. Now we have a flag down, and this drive is kind of stalling big time here. And not only was that play going for a loss, I think they're going to get Lower Cape May for an illegal block or a hold. If you're Gloucester, I think you probably decline this penalty because Douglas lost 4 yards there, 4 or 5 yards. It is a hold on Lower. And let's see what Gloucester decides to do. And it looks like
Lower.
Fred Lamb, the lead official, is actually asking the Gloucester coaching staff, do you want to take this penalty? I don't see why you would. Lower would be facing – well, they are going to take the penalty. So they keep the down. Douglas had lost 5 on that play. So the hold obviously takes it back 10, but Lower Cape May still now with 2nd down.
Yeah,
and
2nd and long.
I'm surprised that the head coach, Rob Bryan, decided to take that penalty. I mean, it's 2nd and 25 here.
26.
26, something like that. Or it could have been 3rd and about 21. So that's why I don't know why you would take that penalty. And now there's some discussion going on over there between Rob Bryan and a couple of the officials. Fred Lamb walks in, the lead official. He'll make sure everything's sorted out.
Fred, longtime football official, longtime official of a few sports.
So whatever that discussion was, it's over, and it's now 2nd down and very long. Lower Cape May needs to get down to about the 1 yard line here. And they have the ball at the Gloucester 26, 1 yard line for a 1st down. And now we have a timeout being called, I believe, by Lower Cape May.
Lower Cape May's first timeout, 8-12.
So we're tied at 0, as Ed said, with 8:12 to go. The City of Wildwood Recreation Department is a proud supporter of CapeAtlanticLive.com and local high school sports. Call 609-522-5837 for information on all of their events and programs. The Anglesea Pub in North Wildwood is a dedicated supporter of local high school sports. Be sure to check out the pub for its delicious food, terrific selection of draft beers, live music, and more. One-Off Marketing in Wildwood specializes in screen printing, embroidery, garment design, promotional products, and more. Check them out at oneoffprinting.com. The North Wildwood Recreation Department supports Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts. For information on all of their programs, activities, and special events as we move toward the fall season, 609-522-2955. Casiello Basketball is South Jersey's leader in youth basketball development. Check out all of their programs at CasielloBasketball.com.
Yeah, Brian, speaking to Coach Damiano before, longtime wrestling coach, I said, hey, Coach, what's the difference you have out here in football? He says, well, one thing, it's a lot colder because we're outside. He said, but he likes the desire and the drive from his athletes he has on the team.
Ed, this is the 15th play of this drive for Lower Cape May that started at its own 40, but they've been pushed backwards by a couple of penalties here as they have it second down at 21. And this pass is incomplete. Douglas was looking for Mallon. He was under duress, and he had to throw it a little earlier than he wanted to.
A lot of pressure put on by number 16, Ashton Wall, a junior linebacker.
Yeah. This is a little bit of a strange spot here, Ed. You're at Gloucester's 26-yard line, but you need to get all the way down to the 1 for a first down. So
I'm thinking.
But again, this is still third down because of all the penalties here. So
Lower came in another pass formation. 4 receivers split out.
Douglas going to fire to the near side. It's incomplete. Intended receiver was Cooper Milligan.
Triple covered.
Yeah,
Cooper Milligan.
And Jaden Tillman of Gloucester made a diving attempt at an interception but couldn't come up with it. So now it's fourth down. And, I thought, Ed, on that third down play, they might have thrown something to try to get maybe 10 or 15 yards and then try a field goal attempt. But they tried to throw it all the way down to the goal line.
Yeah, they kind of went away from the run there with 3 pass plays in a row. I was thinking maybe a run to set up maybe a little bit closer to try a field goal. But it looks like they're going to keep the ball and the offense out there on fourth down. 8:04 to go in the first half. No score.
Douglas under center, taking a long time here, but it looks like they got plenty of time on the play clock. Takes the snap, tosses to Mallon. Mallon's going to throw it back to Douglas. Douglas is going to throw it downfield. It's caught for a touchdown.
Wow, what a play for Lower Cape May. What a great trick play for the Caper Tigers. A touchdown, and they score first.
I believe this is going to come back. I believe this is going to be an illegal forward pass. I don't see a flag down. But the official, now he throws it. The official indicated to bring it back, and I believe that Mallon's throw back to, or the throw back to Douglas from Mallon was a forward pass.
What a shame. That was drawn up perfectly. Tic-tac-toe and a touchdown. That's going to be negated. I don't know, Brian. It was close. It was close.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I thought it was forward right off the bat, but I was surprised that a flag didn't get thrown. But then the lead official, Fred Lamb, indicated for the players to come back, and I guess he realized he never threw his flag and then dropped it on the field. So it's an illegal forward pass, and I believe that is a loss of down as well. So Gloucester will take over after the 5-yard penalty at their own 31-yard line.
Very unfortunate for the Caper Tigers and Coach Damiano. Well-designed, well-drawn-up play. Just a yard too much in front for the pass back to Mallon, or to Douglas from Mallon.
Yeah, that ended up being a 17-play possession for Lower Cape May, and all told, Ed, because of the penalties, they only went 29 yards. So Gloucester now 1st and 10 after the defensive stop. They hand it off to Hudwell. Oh, it's a great tackle. Great tackle coming in by Max Bracken. Takes him down for a loss.
Jaden Henry, junior outside linebacker, on the stop as well. Great coverage by the Tigers.
So it's a loss of 1.
7:35 and counting here.
Second and 11 for Gloucester.
No score.
Another handoff to Hudwell. This time he's got some running room, and he's going to come up close to a first down. It looks like he'll be a little short.
Hudwell able to get into the secondary on that run and pick up about, they're moving the chains.
Yeah, I didn't
might have picked up about 11 on that one, Brian.
Yeah, well, I don't understand it because Gloucester started the possession on the 31. So I don't know how you can get to the 40 and get a first down. So, because Lower Cape May had it at the 26, they had the 5-yard penalty for the illegal forward pass. They started at the 31, and now they're given a first down at the 40. But either way, it is 1st and 10 for the Lions. They fake a handoff. They're going to throw. And they'll get balls in the air a long time. Great. That is an absolutely terrific defensive play by Ryan Mallon on the outside. He had no thoughts of trying to intercept that ball, and he just, one way or another, he was going to get a hand on it, and that's exactly what he did.
And he was stride for stride with Will Rogers, a strong senior receiver for Gloucester, and got his hands up, looked back for the ball at the same time, was able to deflect it and really save a touchdown for Lower Cape May.
So 2nd down and 10. Again, we talked at the top end how Gloucester does not throw the ball all that much. They only attempted 4 passes last week. They tried one there, and it was incomplete, so it's 2nd and 10.
Tight formation for Gloucester.
They hand it off, and getting a nice gain.
It's Will Rogers again.
Will Rogers. Picks up about 7. I thought Hudwell may have gotten away with he went in motion, Ed. I thought he may have gotten away with turning upfield just slightly before that ball was snapped, but there was no flag. So it's 3rd down. They call it a pickup of 8. It's 3rd down and 2.
Brian, we have to mention number 68 for Gloucester. Leland Williams is snapping the ball with his left hand due to breaking his right hand. So really amazing feat by this young man. He is not left-handed.
They hand it off again to Rogers, trying the left side, turns it up, has the first down, and Moore breaks a tackle. And Rogers is going to go and score the first touchdown of the game from 52 yards out.
Great play by Gloucester. Great blocking by the interior lineman to open that hole up. And once he got into the past the middle linebackers into the secondary, he was off to the races, pretty much untouched, giving Gloucester a 6-0 lead. 5:47 left in the first half. Strong run by Gloucester on that play.
Yeah, Rogers, very patient run there. And the kicker here,
Kevin Spencer, number 53. He's a senior lineman, big boy.
Snap and hold are good, and he kind of toes it. It didn't look pretty, but it is good.
5'10", 250-pound kicker, Brian. Puts it through the uprights to give Gloucester the extra point and the 7-0 lead.
We'll see if Lower can answer before halftime as they trail 7-0 with 5:47 to go. The law office of Seth A. Fuscellaro, Rio Grande, New Jersey, and Wildwood is a proud supporter of high school sports and CapeAtlanticLive.com. FuscelleroLawNJ.com for all of their services. The Boardwalk Basketball Classic, held each December at the Wildwoods Convention Center, is one of the largest high school basketball tournaments in the country. Check out bbclassic.com for complete information about the tournament. The Balharbour Oceanfront Hotel at Farragut and the Beach in Wildwood Crest is a proud supporter of high school sports. Check them out at balharbourhotels.com. From property management, real estate sales, vacation rentals, and more, Cabrera Companies has you covered at the Jersey Shore. Check them out at cabreracompanies.com. So it's 7-0 Gloucester as
the tables really took a turn, Brian, on that trick play that would have given Lower some momentum.
To me, Lower's got the ball first and 10 at the 11-yard line, and then they get a couple of penalties. And then you mentioned the trick play. They turn it over on downs, and Gloucester needs just 5 plays and a big 52-yard run. First big play of the game, really, for either team. Will Rogers and the ensuing kick gives Gloucester a 7-0 lead. So it's the quarterback, Kevin Bolden, who is the kicker on kickoffs. And he fires a line drive kick. Oh, this is going to be really effective. Fernandez has to track it down, then does the smart thing and lets it roll into the end zone for a touchback rather than picking it up. He had an opportunity to pick it up around the 3-yard line. That's a veteran play there by Fernandez once the ball got by him to just allow it to go into the end zone for the touchback.
And a good kick by Gloucester, the squib kick, not very high, but very strong and very deep. Smart play by Lower Cape May.
So let's see if Lower can spring one here. That's the one thing. They've been able to move the ball, but not many big plays. Their longest gain has been 9 yards on 2 occasions, 2 passes to John Fernandez. Mallon, the lone setback. Takes the handoff and runs right into a maze of players, picks up about 3.
Solid call there by Lower Cape May. Ground and pound again, maybe open up a little bit and see a pass here in a little while. 5:30 left to play in the first half, 7-0. Gloucester on top of the home team, Caper Tigers, here on CapeAtlanticLive.com.
2nd and 7. Ball at the 23. Douglas now in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to Mallon again. Little trouble with the exchange.
Very lucky.
And Mallon is just wrestled down.
That handoff was up around his shoulder, Bri. He was able to corral that ball back in before he got whooped by 3 Gloucester players.
Well, Trevor Butler was the one who got the initial hit. So it brings up 3rd and 5. We have a big play here before the half. Clock approaching 4.5 to go. It's 7-0 Lower Cape May.
I like the trick plays. Maybe we'll see another trick play here for Cape May.
Douglas will keep it here. He's going to try to turn the corner, and he will not get a first down. He's going to pick up about 2 before he's ushered out of bounds. And Lower Cape May is going to have to punt here.
Ashton Wall on the coverage there. Good coverage. Took away the corner, ran him out of bounds for the stop. And a 3-and-out for Lower Cape May. It's going to give the ball back to Gloucester with 4:24 left in the first half.
Jonathan Dupree will kick it. 2 players back for Gloucester. Good snap, not much of a rush here. Dupree,
Good
a high kick. Taken at the 38-yard line. Great coverage by Lower Cape May as they take down the returner, Rylan Coffingy. And Gloucester will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 35, leading 7-0. Square One Design handles web design, custom programming, internet marketing, and more right here in Cape May County. Check them out at designsquare1.com. Eric Simonsen and Antoine McClelland, New Jersey Assemblymen, are proud supporters of CapeAtlanticLive.com sports broadcasts. 1st and 10 for Gloucester.
Game rolling right along, Bri. Quick first half. Quick pitch out.
And got to get a first down on this, and that is Hudwell picking up about 11.
It's amazing when you don't have 20 penalties be called in a football game how smooth and quick the game moves. Only 2 penalties called so far this game, 1 on each team. Actually, 2 on Lower with the callback of the illegal pass on the trick play.
So 1st and 10 for Gloucester, ball just shy of midfield. 3:45 to go before halftime. High snap, Bolden pulls it down, goes to Hudwell. Another good gain here. He's going to get a first down and more. It's a gain of about 12. And all of a sudden, Gloucester is picking up yardage in chunks, so their last 3 running plays have gone for 52 and a touchdown, 11 and 12 yards.
Jaden Henry, number 30, a defensive end for Lower Cape May, was able to bring him down after he got through 2 lines of defense here and saved probably another touchdown.
3:10 to go before halftime. Gloucester in no particular hurry here. They have a 1st and 10 at the Lower Cape May 39-yard line.
I'd like to see Lower Cape May get a turnover here.
Here's a handoff, a broken tackle, and Coffingee is finally pushed out of bounds. That will stop the clock. It'll be a loss of about 2 or 3.
Ashton Ray had him dead to rights in the backfield, Brian. 6 yards deep, couldn't wrap him up, and he was able to sneak out and really pick up another 3 yards before. It still took a loss, but it would have been worse had he was able to wrap him up in the backfield.
As that's a loss of 2. Move it back to the 41. Clock is stopped at 2:52 because the runner went out of bounds. They hand it off again to Hudwell. And a decent gain, but actually they're going to mark him back at the original line of scrimmage. So it's only a gain of 2. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Clock moving with 2:30 to go here before halftime, with Gloucester leading 7-0. I'm Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski, Mason Cronin handling the camera for us.
I thought Coach Damiano might have got a timeout there to stop the clock, but not interested in that right now at this time.
Toss to Hudwell. Hit and taken down. And it looks like Mallon was the first player to hit him, and Hudwell picked up maybe 2 or 3. He's going to bring up 4th and long. And I think at this point, Ed, with Lower Cape May getting the ball to start the second half, no, actually Lower is going to take a timeout here. So they'll take a timeout, and we'll see if they can get a stop here, or if Gloucester decides to punt, maybe they get a chance to move the ball downfield. 1:56 to go before halftime, and Gloucester leads 7-0. And this is one of 3 games down this way. Middle Township is at home against Triton. Wildwood is also playing a home game tonight. We'll try to get you some scores of those games.
West Jersey Football League action down here in the southernmost part of the state. Can't go much further than us here without getting wet, that's for sure. At
last report, Wildwood trailed Holy Cross 12-6 in the second quarter. We do not have a score from Middle Township yet.
Great crowd on hand here, Brian. Beautiful night for football.
Well, it might be beautiful for the people in the stands. I think it's a little warm for the players.
And the press box.
Yeah, it's... But we've certainly seen worse. 4th and 8.
It's better than being cold.
Now, they quick kicked one time out of this before. Let's see if they do it again. Bolden takes the snap, fakes. He's going to throw. And he's going to throw deep. He's got a man. It's caught. And taken down is Coffingee at the 8-yard line.
Rylan Coffingee, a 6'1", 190 junior. Another young but experienced player for Gloucester, and a terrific pickup for the Wildcats.
It's about a 27-yard gain down to the 8-yard line.
Definitely doesn't put Coach Damiano and his staff in good spirits before the half.
Especially because they took the timeout. I don't think Gloucester was going to, they were in no hurry. And, but now they've got plenty of time with 2 timeouts left, 1:20 to go before halftime. Quarterback keeper, Bolden. And he's going to be taken down short of the goal line.
Now I have a touchdown signal from the far side.
That's not even close, Ed. Bolden's knee.
They have to change this, Brian.
Bolden's knee hit at the 2-yard line. He wasn't even close to the goal line there, but they're going to give him a 9-yard touchdown run here.
The nearest side official had a spot. The far official came up late.
Bolden's knee went down at the 2-yard line.
100%, and Lower
they give him the
Cape
touchdown with 1:10 to go. It's 13-0, and the kicker coming on is Kevin Spencer. Snap and hold are good.
Kick is not.
Yeah, spin no, not very good at all. So the kick fails, and it'll be 13-0 with 1:10 to go in the second quarter. Excuse me.
About the only good thing that Lower was able to get out of that was the missed extra point. The long pass on fourth down kind of broke their back a little bit and caught them by surprise, I think, a little bit. I think they thought maybe a quick kick, like you had said. That didn't happen as opposed to when it happened in the first quarter.
And again, I'm not sure Gloucester was going to take that shot without Lower Cape May calling that timeout. I mean, I think they may have just handed the ball off. If Lower elected not to take a timeout, I think they would have handed the ball off. And if they got stopped on 4th and 8, Lower would have had maybe a minute to go about 65 yards, 70 yards. But once they called the timeout, Gloucester probably changed their mind there and said, no, we're going to try to throw. And they completed that 27-yard pass to set them up. And a 9-yard touchdown run there by Bolden, the quarterback, and it's 13-0.
Nonetheless, Lower does have 1:10 left to try and mount something before the half. Would like to see them get down and at least take a shot at a field goal, if possible. The kick looks like it's going to go out of bounds.
Wow, it didn't, and Lower had to touch it. Lower had to touch that kick, and it'll be marked down at the 16-yard line.
That was a great pitching wedge kick there that stopped the ball right on the inside line of the 16-yard line for Lower. And you're right, Brian. If they don't field that and touch that ball, Gloucester picks it up, and it's run back, and it's a disaster. So that was a smart play.
Yeah, well, Gloucester actually couldn't advance that. Yeah. They would get it right at the spot of the ball. But your point is well taken.
Right.
Fernandez was looking. He thought that ball was going to go out of bounds. I think we all did. And then it just died, and he actually had to touch it and kind of knock it out of bounds there. Douglas is back, looking over the middle. It is intercepted at the 35-yard line. That is a terrific sliding interception by number 23, Elijah Wright.
Brian, I believe he caught that one-handed. That was an ESPN play of the night there. With that falling away, the ball was away to his left. He was falling to his right and reached back and grabbed it and made the interception. That was a heck of a defensive play for Gloucester, giving them the ball on the Lower Cape May 26-yard line.
I'm a little surprised that down on their own 16-yard line, Lower was even throwing the ball with a minute left. I thought they would just run the ball a couple times, regroup at halftime, especially since they're getting the ball to start the second half. And that's a risky pass over the middle, and now Gloucester has an opportunity here to possibly score again before halftime.
And that would be a backbreaker for Lower.
Bolden is back to pass. Rolling, hit as he throws, it's too high. He had a man wide open at the 15-yard line, but a couple of Lower players, Jaden Henry and Dave Douglas, forced Bolden to throw it a little early, and the intended receiver down there was Cole Little. He was wide open, but it was well overthrown.
Brian, Bolden for a sophomore is a strong arm. Throws a tight spiral, puts some zip on the ball, sometimes too much zip on the ball, and has a lot of promise and poise, just like the staff had said to me prior to the game when I was talking to him. They're very impressed by his poise as a young athlete here for Gloucester, starting quarterback as a sophomore, which you don't normally see at this level.
Bolden tosses to Hudwell. Hudwell has a lot of running room here, and he's going to get a first down inside the 15. That's a gain of about 13.
Another young player, Hudwell, a junior.
And it's not good up in Cape May Courthouse. Triton leads Middle Township 43-0 in the midway point of the second quarter.
Youch. That's a tough one.
So the timeout is called. Gloucester has it 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, at last report, Wildwood was trailing Holy Cross 12-6.
53 seconds left here in the first half.
And now it's actually Wildwood is now down 18-6 to Holy Cross. And we're 13-0 here. Gloucester on top, and they have the ball deep in Lower Cape May territory with 53 seconds to go before half.
Lights coming on here at Stephen Stagger Memorial Field, Lower Cape May Regional, hosting the Gloucester Wildcats in a non-divisional West Jersey Football League matchup.
So 1st and 10 here for the Lions, and this is a situation here where if you're Lower Cape May, you have to get this stop because you just can't get behind by 3 scores going into halftime.
No, not when you're moving the ball the way you're moving it.
Bolden fakes, throws, caught, and turning and getting into the end zone is Cole Little.
Touchdown for Gloucester, which Lower did not need right before the half, making it 19-0 with 47 seconds to play in the half, and the ensuing extra point coming up for Gloucester. They went right back to the opposite side, Brian, from the other pass and hit the receiver almost in stride. He was able to almost walk in untouched for the touchdown, and this big lead has just went from 7-0 to 19-0 in less than 3 minutes.
And not surprising here, after missing that extra point on the last touchdown, they're going to go for 2 here. Bolden, the quarterback, sticks his head down and gets in for the run for the 2-point conversion. So it's now 21-0. Gloucester on top with 47 seconds to go before halftime.
Bolden.
Yeah, it's interesting, Ed, because it looked like Lower Cape May, earlier in this quarter was driving, gets all the way down to the 11-yard line. They have 1st and 10 at the 11 when the game's scoreless, and then just mistake after mistake, a couple of penalties. They turn it over on downs. Gloucester gets a big run for a touchdown, and then it just snowballs from there, and it's 21-0 now with 47 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Lower Cape May. That definitely took the wind out of their sail quite a bit to be down that deep with a great trick play that just missed being executed perfectly and putting them on the board.
So Gloucester will kick off, and it is 21-0.
Lights coming on here at the beautiful sports complex they have here at Lower Cape May Regional. Grounds crew do a great job with the field, the lights, the paint, the track. Brand new scoreboard to our left. A nice place for these young athletes to play and be part of.
So here comes the kickoff by Bolden. And this one he squibs. It bounces up, taken by Fernandez at the 20. And he is slung down at the 25. That was a nice play over there by Harry Ulmer.
I don't believe any relation to some guy we know named Matt Ulmer.
No, I doubt it.
Especially if you talk about athletic ability.
And now we have a unsportsmanlike conduct call against Lower Cape May. The Caper Tigers at this point are falling apart.
Yeah, they're kind of going backwards, Brian, and they got to regroup and get themselves together. There's a lot of football left here, and I know we always say you never know what's going to happen. A whole second half to play. They have showed some promise early in the game. They were able to move the ball a little bit. They got inside the 15-yard line, threw together a play that was called back, which took some wind out of their sails, and it's been downhill for them since that callback.
So this will move it back to the 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, and I got to think that Lower Cape May is just going to run the ball here and get into halftime and try to regroup.
They can't
afford. Although Douglas is in the shotgun here.
3 receivers to his left.
And he is going to throw. Now he's going to keep it. Fakes. There's a horse collar.
That's got to be a horse
tackle.
collar. And the officials call it properly. Yeah, not a good play, not a good thing to see. The defender for Gloucester got his whole hand inside the backside of the jersey of Douglas, pulled him down, and that's going to tack on 15 yards on the end of that play.
So that'll move it out across the 25-yard line to about the 27 or 28. And with 35 seconds to go in the half. So they do mark it at the 28. And now they have a little more breathing room, so maybe they do try to throw it downfield. Gloucester is anticipating that. Their safeties are playing very deep, back close to midfield.
35 ticks on the clock left before the half.
Douglas back, looking, throws, incomplete. Was looking for Fernandez and underthrew him. And we have another flag. This is the indication is it's against Lower Cape May. It's a hold. And Gloucester will most likely take this penalty. They do. And now the penalties are starting to.
Yeah, they went. I might have spoke too soon when I said it was a non-penalized game.
Oh,
that's typical.
And it seems like the last 3 minutes of this half are taking about 20 minutes of real time to play.
And again, I jinxed us with that as well too. So I need to stop making any predictions and pointing things out. I think I was saying how smooth the game was going with no penalties, and it was going pretty quick. And now we're taking the 15 minutes to play the last 3 minutes of the quarter or the half.
30 seconds to go. It's 1st and 20.
Lower in a big hole, down 21-0 to Gloucester.
Hand off to Mallon. He's hit right away and taken down, a gain of 1. And that is probably going to be the final play of the half.
Well, before the game, Coach Damiano did say they have to limit their mistakes. They have to capitalize on what they can do well, which is run the ball, limit their mistakes, and play tough. And they were doing that for a little while, but now it's kind of caught up.
Lower will not snap it. They're going to let the half run out. And the last 5 minutes or so of this half have been a disaster for them, and they trail at 21-0 here at the break. And we'll come back with the second half in about 15 minutes or so. 21, Gloucester 21, Lower Cape May nothing here on Cape Atlantic Live. All right, we are back. Just about to start the second half here at Stephen Stegner Memorial Field. Gloucester a 21-0 lead over Lower Cape May here at halftime, and it's not like Gloucester absolutely dominated that half. They just dominated the last 6 minutes. The teams traded possessions. Lower Cape May actually had a 15-play possession that went all the way down to the 11-yard line of Gloucester while the game was scoreless, and then a couple of penalties pushed them back. They turned it over on downs, and 5 plays later, William Rogers ran in from 52 yards out with 5:47 to go in the half to open the scoring. Lower Cape May went 3 and out, and on a 4th and 8 play, Gloucester completed a 27-yard pass down to the 9-yard line. Then their quarterback, Kevin Bolden, ran it in from 9 yards out. That put them up 13-0. And then a Lower Cape May interception on their next offensive play gave Gloucester an opportunity to score again before the halftime, and they did so on a 14-yard touchdown pass from Bolden to Cole Little. With 47 seconds left in the half. And, midway through the second quarter, it looked like Lower Cape May was going to take the lead, and now they find themselves down 3 scores at the half, although they will get the ball to start the second half.
Brian, they had some momentum going, and they were only down 7-0. They had the trick play designed perfectly, was called back for an illegal forward pass, which turned the ball over on downs, and that kind of deflated them, took the air out of their sail, and from there it was a slippery slope going downhill pretty quick.
Cape Atlantic Live broadcasts brought to you by our gracious sponsors, TKM Insulation. They serve all of the Philadelphia and South Jersey area. Call 215-680-2972 for all of your insulation needs. ULMER'S Appliance for all of your appliance repair services in Cape May County and beyond. Log on to ULMER'sAppliance.com. Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you all throughout Cape May County. CrestSavings.com. The North Wildwood Recreation Department is a proud supporter of high school sports broadcasts on Cape Atlantic Live. Check out their programs and activities and special events. NorthWildwood.com, 609-522-2955. Troiano and Sons in Wildwood handles all of your concrete and masonry needs. Give them a call, 609-522-3355. So we start the second half. Lower will get the ball. Bolden, the quarterback, is their kickoff man. He's not the kicker on extra points, but he does do the kickoffs. And he has it teed up at the 40. Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski, Mason Cronin handling the video for us. Fernandez takes it at the 17. Cuts up, jumps over a man, still on his feet at the 35 and gets out to the 39. So a good return and Lower. And, it would mean it would go an awfully long way if they could score on this possession here, down 3 scores to start the second half.
Yeah, it's uphill sledding for Coach Damiana and the Tigers right now, and that's a good start to the half if there is one. That was a bright spot so far in the game, was that good return. Maybe, just maybe, that'll spark some life into the offense and they can get it going here in the second half.
1st and 10 at the 39. 22-yard return there by Fernandez. Handoff to Mallon, trying the right side, and he picks up 1.
Early in the game, Brian, the Lower Cape May interior linemen were getting a good push off the line, a good fire, and making some room and letting Mallon get 3, 4, 5 yards a carry. They got to get back to that a little bit to see if they can make up some momentum that they've lost.
Second down and 9 at the 40. Douglas goes under center. Receivers split. So wing back to the far side, to the right side of the formation. Little delay handoff to Mallon, and not much doing there. Picks up maybe 2. So it's 3rd and 7. And a big third down here for Lower Cape May early in this second half.
Yeah, the one thing they don't want to do is go backwards here, Brian, and turn the ball over. They got to get something moving forward and try and keep this momentum going.
So 3rd and 7 at the 42. Douglas on a bootleg.
Wow.
Underthrown. He was looking for Bracken, and then Fernandez came into the area as well, but it's incomplete.
Bracken was wide open, too, in the flat, Brian, and he missed him. That would have maybe picked up a first down for him. He was under pressure. It's not like he missed him completely.
Yeah, I think if he had a split second longer, Ed, he probably completes that pass. And now, Lower will have to punt.
10:29 here early in the second half.
Jonathan Dupree standing right at his own 30. That's a pretty good punt.
It's a real good punt.
That's going to bounce at the 15. And it's going to die there right about the 11, down by John Fernandez. That's a really good punt by Dupree, using the wind at his back. And that's close to a 50-yard punt, Ed.
Yeah, that's pretty good for a high school level kid who got a good foot in it with or without the wind.
So Gloucester will have it at its own 11, and this is a situation here where Lower Cape May could certainly use a turnover. Trailing 21-0, 10:19 to go in the third quarter. Bolden takes the snap. It's a handoff. And picking up about 5 yards is Ibby Hudwell.
Hudwell, their workhorse for Gloucester. 128 yards rushing last week. He is not near that yet, but if he keeps going the way they're running the ball, he may eclipse that tonight here in Lower.
2nd down and 5. Another handoff to Hudwell. And he's going to be close to a first down. I think they're going to give it to him. And they do indicate that they will move the chains.
Brian, you said earlier Gloucester doesn't really throw much. The ground and pound right now would be in their favor to just keep that clock moving.
Yeah, I think through 1.5 quarters, Lower Cape May was playing pretty well up front on both sides of the ball. But Gloucester has kind of exerted its will since that point. Here's Hudwell again. Pretty big hit there. And a good tackle there by Britton Walls.
Hudwell, again, a 5'10", 185-pound junior running back, hard-nosed kid, north and south runner, not too much to the outside. He is not afraid to get tackled, not afraid to face a linebacker, a defensive back, head on and try to run them over and run through them, as we've seen tonight.
And this wing T, a lot of teams have gone away from this, but Gloucester is executing it very well so far. But well, again, he fumbles the football. But it looks like a lineman for Gloucester.
He might have been
pounced
down
on that.
He might have been down by contact.
They did not call him down because they're going to mark the football at the spot where it was recovered. So it's a gain of 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 1.
I don't think Lower Cape May realized the ball was out until it was recovered. Unfortunately, that would have been a great turnover, what you just asked for.
I think at this juncture of the game, Ed, Lower Cape May is going to have to gamble here and send some people to try to get a stop here.
This would be big, 3rd and 1.
They hand it off to Hudwell, and he will get the first down. He didn't get much. He didn't need much. He got about 2 or 3 and a first down.
Just by a little, was tripped up there, which actually saved a lot of yards. Stop made by Ashton Ray, number 10.
1st and 10 at the 33. 7.5 to go in the third quarter. Gloucester, a 3-score lead. And the football.
Pitch to the outside. Hudwell breaks another one, picks up about 13 yards on the carry out to the Gloucester 47-yard line. And another first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, a gain of close to 15 there brings it out to the 38, or 48, excuse me. And again, yeah, Gloucester is just starting to really exert its will along the offensive and defensive fronts.
39 players out for Lower Cape May, Brian. A lot of young athletes and a lot of kids that are playing both offense and defensive side of the ball. Makes for a long night on a warm night here.
Bolden, a little counter. And
he's gone.
And looks like another touchdown for Gloucester. Ryland Coffigny, and he runs it in from 52 yards out.
Like I was saying, these young athletes, they're young. There's not a lot of experience on the team. There's some. But you're going both offense and defensive side of the ball. It is a warm night. It's hard on a young athlete's body. And they're showing a little bit of tired because Gloucester is just pounding the ball play after play after play, and then they break one for 52 yards.
So it'll be Kevin Spencer on for the extra point.
Got to be one of the biggest kickers in state.
The holder is Elijah Wright. Spencer's 1 for 2 on extra point kicks. Snaps a little high. The kick is not pretty, but it's good. And it is now 28-0. Gloucester leading Lower Cape May with 6:27 left in the third quarter. The Mudhead Brewing Company on Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood is one of the East Coast's best craft breweries and a top dining and entertainment destination here at the Jersey Shore. Check them out at mudheadbrew.com. Be sure to check out Ribeye Steaks at one of the many special events and festivals here at the Jersey Shore. Famous for their tomahawk steaks, ribeye cheesesteaks, fresh rolls, and much more, Ribeyes is a proud supporter of CapeAtlanticLive.com. The City of Wildwood Recreation Department is a proud supporter of CapeAtlanticLive.com and local high school sports. 609-522-5837 for info on all of their events and programs. The Anglesea Pub in North Wildwood is a dedicated supporter of local high school sports. Be sure to check out the pub for its delicious food, terrific selection of draft beers, live music, and more.
Well, Brian, 28-0. A monster hole that Coach Damiana finds himself in with his players. 6:27 to go in the third quarter. A ground and pound show here by Gloucester to start the second half, resulting in a big break of a 52-yard touchdown scamper to put them up 28-0.
Bolden hammers a bouncing kick that Fernandez has to retrieve at the 18-yard line, and he's not going to get very far this time, out to about the 26.
A little bit of confusion. I don't think the up back expected the ball to come to him that quick. He took his eyes off it for a second and then thought smart of it and let it go back to him. Let it go back to his back receiver.
So it'll bring up 1st and 10 for Lower Cape May and see if they can get something going offensively here. They have not. And Fernandez, I thought, Ed, that Fernandez was limping during that return, and now he's going to come out of the game here. Is going to be tended to by the training staff.
Might be a little cramp in the calf.
Yeah.
Able to get off under his own power. Nonetheless, a big name, big player, experienced player coming out of the offensive set for the Caper Tigers.
So
number 20.
Yeah, Andrew Brandt replaces him.
Coming in for him. Cape May medical staff checking him out on the sideline. Fernandez being tended to.
Douglas fakes to the receiver, and it's a tough run by Douglas. He didn't get a ton of blocking there, and he still turned it into about a 7-yard gain. Gonna bring up 2nd and 3.
Jaden Tillman on the stop for Gloucester.
Next week we have 2 games on the schedule. We have on 9/11, Wildwood will be at home, and then, of course, on Friday, that's Thursday, and then on Friday we'll have the Anchor Bowl between Middle Township and Lower Cape May.
That will be a packed house here for sure.
Here's a handoff and a good run down this near sideline by Ashton Ray. That is Lower Cape May's longest play of the evening. It's an 18-yard run.
Ashton Ray is a terrific athlete, Brian. He got a lot of time last year on the football field and showed a lot of promise for the Caper Tigers. He'll be fun to watch the next couple seasons.
Well, and he's also one of the better young players in the Cape Atlantic League in baseball. I think he had over 30 hits as a freshman.
That's terrific.
Douglas goes to Ray again. He's going to try the right side. Can he turn the corner? He does, but there's going to be a hold. This will come back. Ray got about 3 or 4, but the hold will negate that. And that was right out in the open, an easy call for the official. So this will be a 10-yard penalty here. And after a very clean first quarter and a half, the penalties are starting to pile up on Lower Cape May as well.
Ashton Ray's showing some pop in his run, Brian. Maybe the spark that Lower needs to put something on the board to make this a little better than what we're looking at 28-0 in favor of Gloucester.
Yeah, Ray comes out, though. Ryan Mallon goes back in.
Fernandez still being tended to on the sideline by the training staff. Looks like a cramp in his right leg. He's got his helmet. He looks like he's going to come back in on the next series, the next play.
1st and 20. Douglas rolling near side. Throws incomplete. He was looking for Max Bracken. He was well covered by Coffingee.
That was a good throw by Douglas, Brian. He threw that ball about 35 yards in the air, had a little zip to it, and you know what? He had to put it there because if he throws it short, it's a bad day for Lower Cape May. Not a bad incompletion when you look at it. They got to try something here, Brian.
Second down and 20 at their own 41. 4:57 to go in the third quarter. Gloucester in control here at 28-0.
Good crowd on hand here at Stephen Stagger Memorial Field in Lower Cape May.
They fake a handoff. Douglas scampering, and he's taken down. It's a loss of about 3.
Not good for Lower Cape May there, Brian, going backwards a little bit. Almost like a broken play. He didn't know. They missed a handoff, and then he thought about passing the ball. He just kept it himself and tried to make something out of nothing. Instead, it results in a 3rd and 23 on their own 38-yard line. 4:25 left in the third quarter. Lower Cape May Regional Tigers find themselves in a big hole down 28-0 to the Gloucester Wildcats.
Lions. You're having trouble with the nicknames.
Lions,
and
Wildcats. It's some kind of cat. Yeah.
Douglas fires. That's caught by Fernandez. Breaks a tackle. Can he get to the end zone? And I believe he does. No, they're going to mark him out of bounds around the 5-yard line.
Wow, what a play for Lower Cape May. Fernandez, who was just out of the game getting his leg tended to, must have had some little magic potion rubbed on it. And he comes back and picks up the biggest gain of the day for the Caper Tigers down the right sideline, setting up a 1st and goal for the Tigers.
56-yard play. Now they're going to mark it at the 4, so call it a 57-yard play. And Lower will have it 1st and 10 at the 4-yard line, looking to get their first score of the game.
1st and 4, 1st and goal for the Tigers, 3:52. Lower looking to go with their first points of the game.
Douglas keeps, lunges forward, picks up maybe a yard or 2. And actually, that was a direct snap to Ashton Ray. Excuse me, Ed. kind of a wildcat play there. Gets it down to the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 2. Lower definitely needs something here, Brian, and it's not in the form of a field goal. They need to get this ball in the end zone.
Douglas back behind center in the shotgun. Mallon stationed to his right. And they snap it right to Mallon, and he maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gets a half a yard.
Gloucester read that play perfectly. They had 3 linebackers in the backfield on the snap. He had nowhere to run, nowhere to go, and settles for no gain. Brings up 3rd and 2 from the 2, 3rd and goal from the 2 for the Tigers. 2:45 and ticking, 3rd quarter. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff on CapeAtlanticLive.com. Bringing you football action here on a Friday night in Lower Cape May.
Douglas behind center again. Mallon to his right. Takes the snap. He's going to throw. Back of the end zone, incomplete. Fernandez was open, and he threw it too high. And I thought if he had gone early, I thought Alex Nelson was open in the flat too, but the defender closed quickly.
Fernandez is down again too, Brian, holding that leg.
So this will be an interesting call here. Does Lower Cape May decide to try to put points on the board and kick a field goal, or do they go for it? We will have an injury timeout, as it looks like Fernandez is dealing with a cramping issue again. Hall's Carpet Care can handle all of your carpet and upholstery cleaning needs. Air, duct, and dryer vent care and home watch services. Check them out at hallscarpetcare.com. The Original Hotspot is one of the most iconic restaurants on the Wildwoods Boardwalk. Located at Oak Avenue, the Original Hotspot is a strong supporter of Cape May County sports. One-Off Marketing in Wildwood specializes in screen printing, embroidery, garment design, promotional products, and much more. Check them out at oneoffprinting.com. The law office of Seth A. Fuscellaro, Rio Grande, New Jersey, and Wildwood is a proud supporter of high school sports and Cape Atlantic Live. Check them out at FuscelleroLawNJ.com. Casiello Basketball is South Jersey's leader in youth basketball development. Check out all of their programs at CasielloBasketball.com. So Fernandez comes off, and again, as Ed mentioned, he's dealing with a cramping issue. Or actually, he will come off as they get him to his feet there in the end zone, and he will limp his way to the sideline. It'll bring up a 4th down and goal at the 2, and Lower is lining up as if they were going for it. Players are ready to go, but they still have to get Fernandez to the sideline here, as he's in a lot of pain from that cramping. And
he had that big run, Brian, and then
they
went right back to him in the end zone. He jumped, and I think that's when he reached for it. He grabbed in his calf and went down and stayed down until they were able to help him off the field, but at least he got off the field under his own power. Good to see for the young man.
Douglas hands to Mallon, touchdown, walks in untouched. Lower Cape may block that one well, and the Tigers finally get on the board with a 2-yard touchdown run by Ryan Mallon with 2:22 to go in the 3rd quarter.
A little bit of momentum there on a couple big plays. A big pass play to Fernandez set up that run by Mallon. The ensuing extra point.
Britton Walls on for the extra point.
Last couple of years, Brian, they've had some good kickers here.
Mallon is the holder. Will Torres is the long snapper, the center long snapper.
They're off.
Good snap and hold. Kick's good, but as Ed said, there is a dead ball. They're going to say, Fred Lamb, the lead official, changed it. I think he just made a mistake, but the penalty definitely was against Gloucester. So we'll see what Lower Cape May decides to do. The ball will get moved up a yard, or Lower Cape May can actually decline it and kick it from the same spot. I thought maybe by moving it up a yard they might go for 2, but it looks like they're going to kick it again.
Walls with a great foot, Brian. That landed way deep back on the track.
Yeah, so they do move it up a yard, so Walls will be able to move his kicking tee up a yard to the 9. And Ryan Mallon takes a knee there to hold for his kicker. Torres' snap is good again. The hold is good. And Walls' kick is good and has plenty of distance. 28-7, 2:22 to go in the third quarter as Lower Cape May gets on the board there. And the big play, the 56-yard catch and run by John Fernandez to set it up.
Yeah, that breathes a little bit of life and a little bit of confidence back into Lower Cape May. They needed to get something, Brian. Came out in the first quarter, played really well, really tough, kind of went flat before the half. The opening play in the third quarter kind of set them back a little bit. They needed that big play and some points on the board to try and get a little momentum here. I'd like to see Lower Cape May maybe do an onside kick, surprise them, being down 28-7, but we don't know that for sure is going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. 2:22 left in the third quarter. 28-7, Lower finally on the board here in the third quarter on a 2-yard Ryan Mallon run untouched to give the Caper Tigers their first touchdown of the game. They are down 28-7 moving forward. Ensuing kickoff for the Tigers about to happen. Lower Cape May moving right to left, as you can see. A nice breeze behind the back for Lower Cape May.
Walls, that's a great kickoff. Down to the 10, and it will check up and just fall into the end zone. Wow, Lower Cape May almost caught a big break there. If that ball dies at the 1, Gloucester would have been in a tough spot offensively, but it just goes over the goal line and will go. So now the ball that is officially a touchback. Will go to the 20.
Yeah, you can't ask Walls to do much more than he did with that. Great kick, bounced it around the 10-yard line, and it just scampered just a yard into the end zone for that touchback, like you said. 28-7, Gloucester on top.
Yeah, and I would imagine that they are most likely here going to just stick with that ground game that's been so effective for them, especially from the midpoint of the second quarter on, and just try to see this thing out. Up 3 scores here at the latter stages of the third quarter. Bolden takes the snap, hands off, and turning the corner at the near side and picking up close to first down yardage is Hudwell. It'd be Hudwell. And actually, no, they mark him out at the 26. Look for a moment like he might have been closer to the 29, but he stepped out at the 26. We'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Hudwell handling most of the running back duties and getting all the carries for Gloucester. Their workhorse go-to junior tailback.
Yeah, this is actually a younger Gloucester team, especially at the skill positions. Bolden, this is a toss to Hudwell. And he runs away from people and then gets the first down. As they're going to mark him up at the 30, I believe.
That ground and pound is back for Gloucester. Relentless on the ground. They just keep pounding the ball and getting 5, 6, 7 yards every carry. Lower needs to find a way to make a stop here and try and get the ball back. 1:53 left. Sorry, Brian.
That's
in the third quarter.
High snap. Bolden will run it himself. And he gets about 7.
Bolden, the sophomore quarterback from Gloucester. Quarterbacked half a season last year due to an injury to the senior quarterback that played for Gloucester. I believe he started here last year against Lower as a freshman.
2nd down and 3. 1:15 to go third quarter. It's a handoff to Rogers. And Rogers will get the first down. He picks up about 5. And
Will Rogers, one of the only seniors on the Gloucester Lions football team. He is getting some looks from some small Division III schools for football. Undecided where he may go. Has some talent. Has some size.
45 seconds to go in the period. Bolden had to pull down a very high snap there. He was initially hit by Dupree in the backfield and then taken down for no gain.
They were very fortunate, Gloucester, very fortunate that he was able to recognize that high snap. He took his eyes off the snap for a split second. The ball wound up going way above his head, but he was able to get up, grab it, and try to make a yard or two out of the keeper.
And I don't think Gloucester's going to run. I'd be surprised if they run a play here at the end of the period, down to 5 seconds. They're not in any real hurry coming out of the huddle. And that will do it for the third quarter. 28-7, Gloucester leading Lower Cape May. They'll have a 2nd and 10 at their own 41 when we start the fourth quarter. Gives us a
update
time
quick update from Wildwood, Brian. 25-6. Wildwood finds himself in a hole in the middle of the third quarter.
Balharbour Oceanfront Hotel at Farragut and the Beach in Wildwood Crest is a proud supporter of high school sports. Check them out at balharbourhotels.com. The Boardwalk Basketball Classic held each December at the Wildwoods Convention Center is one of the largest high school basketball tournaments in the country. Check out bbclassic.com for complete info about the tournament. From property management, real estate sales, vacation rentals, and more, Cabrera Companies has you covered at the Jersey Shore. Check them out at cabreracompanies.com. Square One Design handles web design, custom programming, internet marketing, and more right here in Cape May County. Check them out at designsquare1.com. Eric Simonsen and Antoine McClelland, New Jersey Assemblymen, are proud supporters of Cape Atlantic Live sports broadcasts. So we go to the fourth, and it's Gloucester leading by 21.
Yeah,
at 28-7.
Yeah, in case you're just joining us, a great first quarter played by the Caper Tigers. And again, we talk about the trick play in the second quarter that would have went for 7, called back. Right after that, Gloucester came out and scored 3 touchdowns unanswered within 4 minutes.
Hudwell running right and running well all the way up the midfield. And he gets about 9. It'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Hudwell handling almost all the carries for the Lions. No hurry, as Brian said. Taking their time, working the clock. 3rd and 1, ball at the midfield 50-yard line. 11:30 left here in the game. Fourth quarter just started.
Hudwell again, hit behind the line. Oh, spins out of a tackle. What a move. And he turns what should have been a loss into a 3-yard gain and a first down.
24, Britton Walls had him dead to right in the backfield. He spun out of the tackle, skipped off another lower player, and picked up about 4 yards on that carry.
So it's a first down for Gloucester. Lions probably would have punted there had that tackle been made. It would have been 4th and 4 on their side of midfield. But he's broke that tackle, spun away from another, and now it's 1st and 10 at the Caper Tiger 48. This handoff goes to Rogers. He's got a lot of running room on that right side, and he picks up a first down and more, gain of about 13.
A lot of running room and a lot of speed, Brian. He took the ball and scampered very quickly through the right side of the field to pick up the first down, another first down for Gloucester. And Gloucester moving pretty easily against Lower Cape May's defense.
1st and 10 for the Lions at the Caper Tiger 35-yard line. 10.5 to go. 3-score lead for Gloucester. And they have dominated the time of possession as well, Ed, since that midway point of the second quarter.
Yes.
There's a handoff. And slipping down, I believe, short of that first down marker was
Jaden Tillman, senior running back. We have another injury on the far sideline. Looks like another Caper Tiger player is injured as the Lower Cape May training staff is going to go over and tend to the player. We can't see that far right now. We're trying to get some information on who the down player for Lower Cape May is.
This looks like a cramping issue as well, Ed. They're stretching his left leg. That's actually a good sign. That's usually not a serious injury.
And Brian, if you remember last week, we were in Wildwood to cover that game. There was about 6 or 7 players between both teams that had cramping injuries. With this hot weather, like you had said about hydrating and keeping yourself, the fluids coming into your body. It's a hot night here. Mm-hmm. And again, these kids are going both ways, meaning they play offense and defense. They're not getting much of a break other than halftime. And that's a lot to ask for these young athletes.
Listen, we got Rocco Sansone on the clock over here. He knows all about hydrating for those early morning basketball practices.
Yes, sir. 10-13 remains in the game. We are at an injury timeout right now for Lower Cape May.
No one ever wanted to be the first kid at practice when he coached at Wildwood because he used to send them for a 44-ounce Coke at the Wawa that used to be down the street from the school. Rocco made one nice decision in his life. He switched from Coke to Diet Coke and promptly dropped about 20 pounds in the process.
So a good thing to see here.
Yeah, the injured player was Jaden Henry, and he is coming off, and that was definitely a cramping issue, so he should be okay. Maybe not so much for tonight, but certainly moving forward.
Brian, Coach Damiana saying other than Shane Lawler, the freshman, they're pretty healthy. Knock on wood, everybody's good to go and healthy, which is great to hear for a team that only has 39 players dressed tonight.
2nd down and 2, 10 minutes to go in the football game. It's 28-7 Gloucester. And Gloucester looking to put an exclamation point on this victory if they can score on this drive here. It's another handoff to Tillman. And he gets a first down. He picks up about 6.
Good run for the young man from Gloucester, giving Abraham Hudwell a little break on the sideline for a breather, getting some reps in. It's good to see some other players getting some reps. They practice all week hard, and coaches try to get them in games and get them their chances. So that is good to see for the young men on both teams.
1st and 10. Both the 22-yard line of Lower Cape May. Another handoff, slipping and falling.
He was down.
That means he's down. Was Tillman.
It's going to be about a 3-yard loss, Bri.
I'm going to mark this back at the 25. So that'll be 2nd down and 13.
8:45 to play in the game here. Gloucester 28, Lower Cape May Regional 7. Ed Gorski, Brian Kniff, CapeAtlanticLive.com. You're listening to West Jersey Football League action here on Friday night.
This is the 12th play of this drive that started back at the Gloucester 20-yard line. There's a handoff to Rogers. He spun down. Lower does a good job there.
3 Lower Cape May players wrapped him up and made sure he wasn't going anywhere. Led by
Jonathan Dupree and Will Torres and Kyle Young all in on that. That's a loss of another 3. And they'll bring up 3rd down at about 16.
Gloucester in no hurry here, letting the clock run and keeping the ball on the ground. We haven't seen them throw a pass in quite some time. Last 4 series, they've been all run plays for Gloucester.
Another handoff. Tillman. Gets maybe 4. It's going to bring up 4th down. 4th and 11 at the Lower Cape May 23-yard line. This is the 14th play of this drive for the Lions, and this is what wing T teams want to do. Just get chunks and chunks of yards and take time, especially when you get the lead, take time off the clock. And a nice long drive here by Gloucester, even if it doesn't result in a score, just the amount of time that they've taken off the clock here, leading by 21 points,
and if they
has been massive.
And if they can't make a first down or get in the end zone, it's going to pin Lower deep in there,
right,
in their end of the field.
It looks like Gloucester is going to let the play clock run down to 1 second, and then they're going to call a timeout here and then discuss what they're going to do on 4th down. And it gives us a reminder to tell you about all of our sponsors: Crest Savings Bank, Muden Brewing Company, TKM Insulation, Hall's Carpet Care, the Wildwood Recreation Department, ULMER'S Appliance, the Original Hotspot, Ribeyes Steaks, North Wildwood Recreation, the Anglesea Pub, Troiano and Sons, Assemblyman Simonsen and McClelland, Square One Design, Cabrera Companies, Balharbour Oceanfront Hotel, the Boardwalk Basketball Classic, Casiello Basketball, Law Office of Seth Fuscellaro, and One Off Marketing. We thank all of our sponsors. Without them, there's no way we can bring you these games. I'm Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski, Mason Cronin handling the camera for us. His debut work with Cape Atlantic Live.
And doing a terrific job from what we can see covering the action, keeping up with our commentary, which is always good.
So after the timeout, Gloucester will have it 4th and about 11, maybe 12 after that. They spot it now back at the 24 with 6:37 to go.
They don't have the kicking game out there.
No,
so they are going
not.
to probably keep this on the ground. And if they can't get it again, pin Lower deep in their end of the field and just go back and play defense. 4th and 11 from the 24.
Bolden keeps it, and he maybe got a yard or two. Regardless of what he got, it's well short. And Lower Cape May will take over on downs with 6:33 to play. And it looks like they'll mark the ball right around the 25-yard line.
Well, look to see Lower probably pass the ball a little bit here. We got to see if they can try to get something together and work off that last touchdown they scored. A lot of time off the clock.
Douglas back to pass, fakes. Now he's going to throw deep, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Fernandez, and that would have been a difficult catch anyway, Ed. But Fernandez looked like he jumped just a little early there too.
He did, and I think if Douglas leads him to the inside to the hash marks and the numbers of the field, I think he completes that to Hernandez. A little high and a little behind him. Bring up 2nd and 10, ball on the own 25-yard line of Lower Cape May. Lower in a big hole here, 28-7. 6:27 left in the ball game.
Shotgun again for Douglas. Mallon stationed to his right. Throws over the middle, incomplete. And Cooper Milligan, the ball was thrown a little behind Milligan, but he took his eye off it.
He did.
Should have been caught.
Should have been caught, and he might have been off to the races there because the ball wasn't that poorly thrown. A little bit behind him. I think he went to check to see where the defender was in case he was going to get hit.
Yeah, he definitely
very common.
Definitely turned his head a little early before hauling that in. So 3rd down and 10.
We even see plays like that happen in the NFL. If you watched the game last night, very disappointing for some fans.
Now, Fans of that team have been learning to live with disappointment.
Yeah.
Douglas under pressure, and he's taken down and sacked.
A lot of happy fans after last night's game for the Eagles. And interesting night.
Cole Little on the sack.
6:10 and ticking away here. 4th and long for the Caper Tigers. Ball on their own 19-yard line. 4th and 16.
Yeah, so they will send Dupree out to punt.
Yeah, I don't think you have a choice here, Brian. You can't give them the ball right there with 6 minutes left to play.
Good snap, not much of a rush. Dupree's kick against the wind is a pretty good punt.
Real good punt.
Takes a lower Cape May bounce. This will be downed inside the 40. That is a great punt against the wind by Jonathan Dupree.
Ball will be spotted on the 37-yard line of Gloucester. Bringing up a 1st and 10 for the Lions. 5:23 left to play in the game.
And that's a 46-yard punt with no return. You take that any day you can get it at the high school level. And that's an impressive kick against the wind. The wind's died down a little bit since the sun's gone down, but it's still a breeze in his face, a 46-yard kick.
Yeah.
Dupree's definitely been a bright spot with his punting for Lower Cape May today.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 for Gloucester at their own 37. Tillman again. Through the middle. Breaks a tackle at midfield and is finally taken down inside the 45.
22-yard pickup. Give or take a yard. And a big first down. Another big run. We keep saying it all night tonight, Brian. Another big run for Gloucester as they just go back to what works. Ground and pound, run right, run left, run middle, and just wear down Lower Cape May tonight, picking up big chunks of yardage as they cross midfield with the ball on the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Bolden back in the shotgun formation.
It's Tillman again. Another good run there, and he gets about 5 or 6. Senior backup running back. One thing we're noticing with this Gloucester team, Ed, is Hudwell has gotten the majority of the carries and majority of their yards, but it's a pretty deep team in terms of who they can hand the ball off to. I mean, Will Rogers has a long touchdown run. Coffigny has a long touchdown.
And that's one of the
obviously
things,
Tillman is showing some skill as well.
And that's one of the things they said last year with getting to play a lot of freshmen and sophomores who are now sophomores and juniors helped them this year quite a bit, as we can see.
Handoff inside, Tillman again. And he's inside the 30, down close to the 25, or right around the 25.
I don't know you get much difference between Tillman and Hudwell. They're both electrifying runners. Head down, north-south runners, and that's a nice 1-2 punch to have at the high school level.
3.5 to go. 28-7. Gloucester is on top. Here on Cape Atlantic Live. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Lower Cape May 25. And I don't know if Gloucester is really trying to score. I mean, a kid certainly isn't going to go down on his own. I think they'd probably be satisfied with running the clock out. Tillman picks up about 6 or 7.
Yeah, Gloucester just playing it smooth, taking their time getting back to the huddle, working the clock, keeping on the ground, nothing fancy. Pretty much you know what you're getting right now, and it's a lot of run, and ground and pound to get through the last 2:43 here of the game.
2nd down and 3. And, I would think if Gloucester got a first down here, Ed, without scoring a touchdown, they probably would just take a knee and run the clock out. We'll see.
Lower Cape May going to go to 1-1 to start the season. Gloucester 2-0 for the first time in a long time.
Tillman to the right has a first down and more, and is taken down inside the 10. And clock is technically supposed to stop on a first down, but the officials decided not to in a 21-point game. That's their best call of the night.
We'll make sure to tell Fred that.
Yeah. And let's see what they do here. And it's a bad snap.
I think Tillman just fell back on it.
Tillman dove on it.
First real miscue that Gloucester's had all night.
That'll be a loss of about 4. 1.5 to go, and especially at this point, I would expect Gloucester to go in the victory formation here, leading 28-7 with 1:20 to go in the football game. We thank Mason Cronin for stepping in and helping us out on the camera, our executive producer, Matt Ulmer, all of our gracious sponsors for helping us bring you this game. And again, a couple of games next week. We'll have Wildwood on Thursday, and then the Anchor Bowl between Lower and Middle on Friday night.
Always a fun game, Brian, to see.
That game is
part of.
That game's at Middle Township. Both Lower and Middle will be coming off losses. And they do take the knee. And they may just make that the final play of the game. We'll see. I mean, technically, they'd have to snap it one more time. And let's see what they do. But Gloucester, after the teams were pretty evenly matched through 1.5 quarters, and in fact, Lower Cape May looked like they were about to go in and take the lead, but then Gloucester scored 3 times in the last 6 minutes of the first half to take a 21-0 lead, and they will win it 28-7 over Lower Cape May. For Matt Ulmer, for Mason Cronin, for Ed Gorski, I'm Brian Kniff. Thanks for joining us on Cape Atlantic Live.